just when I thought these housemates would give me a breather to at least get over last night's roasting session. This morning, Isabella literally picked up from where, hey God, English, she picked up from where Kola stopped. But this time around, it was directed at Kola. Hey God. It was like, you gave your bass last night. This morning, I'm giving you my boss. Ladies and gentlemen, Ebuka has a lot to unpack on Sunday, but I doubt if he'll even have the time because I have a feeling that on Sunday, the eviction will choke. Yes, I have a feeling that at least 3 people might be going home on Sunday, probably even 4, I don't know, but if not for the heavy eviction, the king-size eviction this Sunday, hey, there are a lot of tables to be broken. Because ladies and gentlemen, these housemates woke up this morning and chose wawulence. I'm telling you, they woke up this morning and the media rounds, the gossip sessions, hey, from one Jimmy to the other Ada, from one Ada to another Tommy, from one Tommy to another Ruti, as in, he was just going left, right, and center. And guess the people that were sponsoring these gossip sessions? None other than Auntie Kola. Did I say auntie? Sorry. Uncle Kola or Brother Kola. Brother Kola, Brother Kola, or if you will, Auntie Kola, anyone, it is a Kola, Auntie and Uncle Kola, and Isabella. Ladies and gentlemen, the gist this morning, and Bright Morgan is also involved though. That one is still carrying Dede's matter on his head. Bright literally, hey God, I need something to use to do Oshuka. Bright literally, guys, where will I find Oshuka? Hey God, 1 second, I'm coming. Bright literally carried Oshuka. For those of you that don't know the meaning of Oshuka, let me show you. You know when you carry wrapper and you do it like this? When I was growing up, this is how we used to do it. You use it to form this round bunch. You put it inside, put it on your head. Bright literally used Oshuka to carry Dede's matter on his head like this. He balanced it on his head like this. And when he's going inside the house, it's like Dede's matter is overloaded. Like he's choking him when he wants to fall. You come back here. He will carry it again. You come back here. I have never seen anybody in my life that has been hurt by a girl not hugging him this much. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't understand. The matter is deep. Bright is acting like a man scorned. You know the saying that earth has no fury. Is it earth? Hey, what's that saying? Oh, earth has, hey, hell. It is hell. Hell had no fury like a woman scorned. Bright is currently acting like a man scorned. And I've been telling you all this long ago. But some of you have said that, Glory, it's a lie. Leave Bright alone. Well, he reconfirmed it again for the 100th time this season, this morning. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get into this video, yeah? Because there's a lot of gist to be told. We're going to get into this video. I will give you all the juicy tea because I've been cracking up all morning. I've been having a great time. And I cannot wait to spill. So we'll get right into the video right now. But hey, don't forget to go ahead and share your thoughts in the comment section below. And before I get into it, you are all specially welcome to my channel. My name is Gloria Bbnaija. This is Frankly Speaking with Gloria Bbnaija, and I am the girl with the tea. Without further ado, let's dive right into the video. Okay, now let's begin with the first gossip session this morning. Now, this one was between Mide and I think Kola. I'm not particularly sure at this point, yes, but we can as well call it some sort of reportage, yes, because Mide was actually telling this person that Big Soso is actually upset with Kola. You know, our usual way of inheriting people's beef, that because of the roasting session between Sultana and Kola last night, that she had felt offended on behalf of her friend and is holding a grudge against Kola. So this morning, she was pointing at Kola and saying that one, he's very disrespectful. He lacks respect. He lacks regard. So I think it was actually Kola, yeah, that Mide was telling. So Kola was like, what was that? Like, he was sort of taken aback. So immediately, he had gone into the house, went to meet Big Soso at the kitchen. So according to Kola, he was kind of shocked when last night they were playing games, and you know, the whole truth or dare thingy, police and thief game they were playing. And Big Soso had actually pointed at him and said that he is unkept. That he was kind of shocked, like him that is always very neat, he's always very put together. What does she mean? So Big Soso was clearing the air that no, the game required that you unsettled and ruffled the feathers of someone by saying something that you do not actually mean. In other words, you're saying the truth to them in reverse. So Kola was like, are we okay? Because the energy you're giving, it's kind of distant, and I know that we're very good. You know, we have a good rapport, we have a good relationship. I don't understand. Did I do something? Da, 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 da. You know, he was just trying to fish for if there was an issue between both of them. And Big Soso was saying that no, if we had issues, I would have come to you directly. So they talked about that one, and then Big Soso said that there's also something else that she was not happy about. And guys, I'm sorry, even me, I can't retell you what Big Soso said, because it was a thing of Mide said that, Thelma said that, Imisi said that, I said that, you did. I said, what kind of them say, he said, she said. This is bonkers. Like, it doesn't really make sense. It doesn't make sense. But anyways, they were able to talk out their differences, and I'm going to be frank with all of you, right? It looked like they were doing some sort of clearing the air session, but it also came across as both of them sending subliminal messages to each other that if you try me, I'll destroy you. Because Big Soso too was equally saying that the person that she has issues with in their group is Thelma, because Thelma is a terrible gossip. She's always saying things about people, and she doesn't fear anybody. What she can say behind your back, she can say in front of you. And I'm looking at Big Soso and I'm like, girl, you are a vile gossip as well. You and your friend Sultana, or be your sister, you are vile gossip. So what is what you're saying? Whatever I can say behind you, I can say in front of you. Sit this one out. But anyways, they were able to resolve their differences. But just when I thought that Kola was going to go and shower, because they had just finished their workout session this morning, yeah? So just when I thought that Kola was going to go and shower and freshen up, Kola was not done with his media rounds. Yup. You know where he's having guilty conscience. And so he wants to talk to almost everybody in the house to tell his own side of his own twisted narrative. He was looking for other people to talk to. So he moved on to Doris to try to talk to Doris about that whole Sultana roasting situation last night. Yes. Now, how did I find out? As he was speaking with Big Soso, there was a conversation going on upstairs in the bedroom, one of the bedrooms, between Denari and Isabella. Isabella was pretty upset with Kola. She was very disappointed because the message, or let's say the errand that she had sent Kola to go and tell Bright Morgan, it turns out that the whole thing had spilled. So the question is, where did it spill from, if not from Kola himself? So she was very upset, and she was telling Denari. And Denari too was saying that, that is it that Isabella did not know that Kola is actually a chronic gossip, that he's the gossip of the house. Why is she surprised? That is why his energy with Kola has never really matched at all. You know, Kola too will be saying that anytime he's with Denari, there's always tension. That the reason why he avoids Kola is because there's something that Kola does. Kola tries to get close to people, he gets information from them, and then he goes around and spreads that information. And whilst he's spreading the information, he doesn't tell the exact thing, you know, the exact message he got from those people. He spins up the narrative, you know, and then he spreads false, you know, messages around, false information around. So he has clocked that is Kola's game from the get-go, that he and was it Kai Kumi or is it Damboski, that they had a conversation about it, and they had clocked Kola's game. So that is why he can never really be cool with Kola, because he knows that the guy's strategy is just very vile, very, very dirty. You know, the whole gossip thingy, he doesn't like it. He does not want to entertain it. That even that whole Doris situation, that it was Kola that was going around spreading the story to everybody that Doris is obsessed with him, Doris has a crush on him, that he could never like Doris like that Doris is not his spec. That the moment he heard all of those things, he was very disappointed that why would a man be saying things like that? You know, so the whole thing was pissing him off. Whilst Denari was saying all of those things, Isabella was concurring with everything he was saying. According to her, Kola was the one that even told her about the whole Doris situation. That look at the way he kept his face. Guys, the way Isabella at that point in time mimicked Kola's facial expression, guys, I almost went off. Like, it was so funny. She was like, he kept his face like this. Doris said, I like her. How? I could never. It was so funny. It was so funny. And guys, she was so on point because that is exactly how Kola keeps his face. And then both of them were just going on and on. Now, they said quite a number of things. I have to take note. Let me check. Yeah. So they said that that is Kola's game plan. And so far, it has worked for him, you know, gossiping around, rumor mongering. He's always the one starting certain speculations around the house. He's always fueling it. And he goes on all of these media rounds over and over and over and over again so that such twisted narratives stick to the persons that he actually, you know, spoke about. Now, guys, it was at this point that the conversation switched to Kola's look. I mean, they were so irritated by his gossip strategy that they literally moved on to his looks. Now, Isabella said that the guy is not even fine, Seth, with his lips that looks like what has been bleached. I said, hey! They did not end there. She said that aside the fact that the guy can even, you know, add 2 and 2 outfits together, that's the only thing that is fine about him. He's not even fine. He's not even good looking. Then we said, oh, and that's even the truth, Seth, that the guy can only combine colors together and that is all. Aside that, nothing Dede, he's not even fine. Like, he's not even good looking. And somebody decided to go for the kilo. She said, that the guy Seth, imagine him calling Coin a chihuahua. That the guy looks like a monkey with his face that is shaped like, hey, Jesus, guys, I could not complete it. Kola looks like a monkey. Hey, God, oh. I said, the guy is not even fine. I said, ha! Jesus. Jesus. But you see here, I was laughing all through. I could not blame them. And the reason is because Kola too does the same thing about other people. He does the same thing. The same thing Isabella and Denari were doing, tearing him down, analyzing him, calling him a gossip, which he is anyways. That's the same thing that Kola does. Whenever he's having conversations with his people, Bright, Mide, he goes on and on and on and on and on, dragging people down. Talks dirty about Jason J, talks dirty about Dede, about Coin, about every Tom, Dick and Harry that he does not really like that or fancy in the house. Yes, he has even said a lot about Doris as well, you know. So, ladies and gentlemen, for me, I was just laughing, you know, I say, yeah, it's tit for tat. That is how the game goes, yes. And you see here, whilst we were having conversations, the cameras was, you know, just showing us glimpses of Kola having a conversation with Doris in the kitchen. So it was much later that we learned via Doris and Denari's conversation that Kola was trying to explain the whole situation between himself and Sultana from the roasting session last night. And Doris said no, that she just shut it down immediately, that she said she does not care. That the reason for that is because Kola is a chronic gossip. So she does not want a situation where, you know, they will have a conversation now. Before you know it, Kola will go and tell Sultana something else and tell this one something else. That she's not just interested at all. That she has even been avoiding Kola. That even if Denari has noticed, Kola is the one that is always chasing her around for conversations, that she's not interested. She doesn't want to even involve herself at all in any of those things. Now, what one brought about Kola's name in that conversation? Denari was trying to tell Doris what's going on between Isabella, Kola, and the whole Bright situation, you know, and the fact that Isabella had trusted Kola with certain information to go and tell Bright, but then Kola had spread the information around the house. So Doris was like, well, Isabella is not a child. At least she's fully aware that Kola is not one to be trusted, that Kola is a gossip. Kola is not reliable with people's information. So why would she even go ahead to go and be putting herself in that situation to tell Kola to go and do something? That the thing is, at the end of the day, Kola will go and twist the whole thing. This is nothing new. Everybody knows. So why would Isabella put herself in that situation? Which is true, because Doris wasn't lying at that point. Because it made me wonder, why did Isabella think that Kola would betray Mide for her? How? Because of one kiss that he publicly denied, and then both of them did not talk to each other in the house for 1 week until Sunday night during eviction last week. Like, what was she even thinking? And then for the Sultana situation, for Doris, she doesn't understand why Sultana is getting upset. That after all, everybody was aware that the sponsor task last night, that particular stage of the game, was a roasting session. But Sultana decided to put herself in that situation, so why is she upset? And guys, that is nothing but the absolute truth. If you had watched that scene last night, Dede was literally fighting for her life to get into that boxing ring with Kola. She wanted to roast Kola, but Sultana refused to step off the stage. Sultana refused because, of course, she wants to prove herself. Because, of course, she does not like Dede. Because, of course, she and Dede, they are not on good terms. Because, of course, she peed in Dede's box out of malice. So, she walked into the lion's den, got chopped into pieces, and roasted like suya. So, why is she mad? Why is she upset? Is it for the first time, yeah? I wholeheartedly agreed with Doris, because that was nothing but the absolute truth. Let's take a step back. Before the cameras took us to Doris and Denari's conversation in the garden, there was first Bright and Kola's conversation in the lounge. They were having breakfast. Were they having breakfast? Can't really remember this way, because there was another conversation where they were having breakfast. I'm going to talk about that one shortly, yeah. But yeah, they were in the lounge, and Kola was sort of giving feedback to Bright, his conversation with Big Soso about the statement she had made during their games last night. And Bright was not convinced. According to him, Big Soso is a liar. That she definitely had a personal vendetta against Kola for her to have said what she said. That if Kola should cast his mind back to how she had coined her statement, she had actually said that, yes, Kola knows how to dress. He's always keeping himself neat and tidy, but he doesn't know how to do anything around him. He doesn't know how to tidy his environment. The same kind of insult that she had actually insulted Dede, that was the same thing that she had said to Kola. So Bright was telling Kola not to buy her explanation at all, that she is a very, very malicious person, So everything that she was saying was an absolute lie. Now, it was in that same conversation that Bright brought up a current situation he was having to deal with Sultana and Jason J. So according to him, after the live eviction show on Sunday, where Ebuka had asked questions, especially to Jason J, Sultana was upset and she was really sad about the way Jason J had responded to Ebuka's question, the way he had vehemently said, no, that their relationship is not heading anywhere, or they're just talking, they're just spending time together in the house. So, according to him, Sultana's upset was that her mom watches the show religiously. So the mom would have likely been watching the show at that point in time when Jason J had described his relationship with her as such. And that had really hurt her, So he said he felt very bad for Sultana and advised her that, listen, you know what, you're an adult, you know what you want, you're going to do what you want to do at the end of the day, but I think you should do things, you should begin to do things that will make your mom proud of you, so that you're not this worried anymore. He said that was the advice he gave to Sultana. Before he knew it, Sultana carried the gist, went to go and tell Mide, went to go and tell Jason, and she twisted the whole thing, more like reporting him to Jason, and made it look like he advised Sultana to stop whatever he was doing, or she was doing, with Jason J. He said before he knew it, not long afterwards, Jason just started carrying face for him and giving him bad attitude, bad vibes. And then later on, Mide told him that, and Jason J said he wants to talk to her about Bright. And guys, it's true, because 2 nights ago, Kola and Mide were having conversations, and Mide had mentioned to Bright that, Mide had mentioned to Kola that she doesn't even know what's going on between Jason and Bright, but it seems like Jason is upset with Bright and Jason wants to come and report Bright to her. So me, I was wondering like, so why is Jason fighting over Sultana in the house? Oga said he has a girlfriend outside. That is, if he really does have a girlfriend outside. You've declared over and over again that it is your girlfriend that you owe explanations. So I notice every little thing that comes up in the house about him and Sultana, you'll be like, stay away from my woman. He's even calling Sultana, my woman, my woman. And I'm looking at this guy like I say, Jason J, you've lost your plot. You've lost it. And guys, even speaking about his plot, I don't even know what Jason J is doing in that house anymore. The guy walks around like he's lost, like he's looking for a way out of something, like he's in one quagmire or something, and he's looking for how to remove himself from the situation, but he doesn't know how to, like he's trapped. The guy is walking around like a restless, restless human being. So it makes me wonder, dude, what is your gameplay now? Like, the truth is, he doesn't have a gameplay anymore. The way he's now carrying Sultana's matter on his head, it's like, I came to this house to come and marry Sultana, so everybody leave my woman alone. And I'm like, dude, now like this remain. Very soon, you're going to be going home. Because at this point, there's nothing you're giving in the house anymore. He's no longer giving content. He's not giving anything. So I'm just wondering, like, why is he upset? Anyways, moving on. Now, in that same conversation, Bright Morgan was so pissed. He was so riled up that he started calling Sultana a snake. He said it over and over again. He said, listen, I'm saying with my full chest, just in case Ebuka asked on Sunday, he said, that he's saying it with his full chest, that Sultana is a snake, a very vicious snake to have done what she did, that he perceives that is her game. Kola was actually agreeing that that's how she plays her game. Anything you tell her, she'll go and twist everything, blah, 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 blah. And, oh God, ladies and gentlemen, it was so funny. Now, Kola was sort of panicking, because for him, he was already thinking about what the viewers are saying about his roasting, his roasting session with Sultana the other night. So he said he cannot wait for his diary session today so that he can clear the air. And Bright was like, clear what air? That he should not even dare, clear the air on anything, that he should leave it like that. That on Sunday, Ebuka will definitely address it. When Ebuka addresses it, then let him answer. But for now, let him not say anything during his diary session. He should leave it like that. And Kola said, okay, that makes sense. He said, after all, it was a roasting game, so that was expected. Why is she upset? And for that, I actually agree with Bright Morgan. Still speaking about Bright and Kola's conversation, because they went out, got food, and came back. They were talking about Mide and Dede's current state of friendship, and Bright Morgan was quite happy. He said he's actually happy with the way things are, that they are no longer that close as before. And he said he had asked Mide a question, that if Mide could turn back the hands of time, go back to the very first day of the season, would she still go back into a friendship with Dede? That Mide said no, that she would rather come into the house as an individual and play an individual game all through. He said yes, that's what he's talking about. That even the Mide self, that ever since that day one, that the girl rejected his hug, that ever since then, he has disliked the girl, that they're not even talking and they will never talk, that he doesn't mind not talking to her till they leave Big Brother's house. And even outside the house, he doesn't mind. I say, what? Uncle, you're still pained? You still haven't healed? But you see here, guys, jokes apart, I've been saying this from the very get-go, that everything malicious that Bright Morgan does or says about or towards Dede, it all stems from that very first day. This guy has a bloody, massive ego. His ego was bruised from day one. It is still bruised. It has not healed. He has not healed. He will never heal. Even though this show ends and 5 years later, Bright Morgan will never heal. Because for him, he sees himself as the most handsome guy in the house. So who is this girl, this little girl, that will reject him like that and embarrass him on live TV? So for him, he will never forgive Dede. Maybe if Dede comes to come and beg him, maybe that will soften his heart. And obviously that is what he's looking forward to. And that is the reason he has been, weaponizing Mide, using Mide without her knowledge, against Dede. Everything Bright advises Kola to do against Dede, it is to punish Dede for that day. Everything Bright advises Mide to do against Dede, it is to punish Dede. And let's not forget that he can't really do much because he's currently sitting on a double strike. If this guy had no strike, only God knows the extent to which he would have gone to punish Dede, to make her pay for that very first day of embarrassment. So ladies and gentlemen, for those of you still denying it, that is what he said, and it's not going to change anytime soon. For Kola, the media rounds were not over. He was not satisfied. He had one more round, one more stop to make. So after eating and gisting with Bright Morgan, he had moved on to Rude Boy to go and get updates on Rude Boy's situation with Thelma. Yes, because he has been hearing gists that, oh, Rude Boy and Thelma, they had issues, and Rude Boy, quite ignorantly, was giving Kola all the lowdown of the gist, saying that, oh, last night he was sleeping, and then Thelma came to come and touch him, and then joined him in his bed where he was sleeping, and he allowed her. Because I saw that this morning, he helped Thelma to collect batteries from Faith. He literally begged Faith, and Faith allowed him to take the batteries. So they've been good this morning. So he said that he's just trying to be nice, so that peace will reign. And Kola was advising him that, oh, yes, that's the right thing to do. And guys, you see, the point is, Kola was busy bodying his tag, the rumor monger of the house. This guy was going from pillar to post, carrying gist here and there, giving information, spinning narratives here and there, here and there. He had not showered though. People were going to go and shower. Kola said no, he has to complete his morning's, BBC, CNN rounds first before resting. And that was exactly what he did. Now, as Kola was doing his own, Isabella was also doing hers upstairs. So she was having a conversation with, what's her name now? Ivata, and that was where she was busy roasting Thelma. Talking about their friendship and what happens, that Thelma was jealous of her from the very get-go. Thelma gave her a bracelet. She had been wearing the bracelet, and then she dropped the bracelet. Kocho carried it and wore, and Thelma said, why are you wearing it? It was a gift I gave to someone. Why are you wearing it? And she was like, oh, so it's paining you that I'm like, how is it paining her? She gave it to you. You asked, and she gave it to you. But then that's not even the issue. The issue is she started dragging Thelma. She said Thelma said she wants to do BBL. That BBL she wants to do, she should invest it in doing her face. She should tell the doctor to, alter her eyes, her nose, her mouth, and even her voice. And even her facial structure. So that she will look better. Hey, Jesus. I said, these housemates, the way they drag each other, it is insane. It is diabolical, like crazily insane. But ladies and gentlemen, that is all the gossip rounds that happened this morning. Later on, Kola and Dede had their flirting session. That will be coming your way on another video, all right? Oh, and there was also Dede's birthday wish to Mide last night. I haven't talked about that yet. We're going to address all of those matters on another video. But in the meantime, let me know your thoughts about all of this spillage I have done in the comment section below. I'll see you guys on my next video. Thanks for watching. Have an amazing day. Bye.